Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Vice President, for being with us. This is the first time you've been to the Richmond area. You were here just a couple of months ago. And you've done a great job as Vice President and had a lot of difficult challenges, and you've obviously shown that you're a leader in being able to get things done. And so the quick action you've taken right after Newtown, where you came up with recommendations, and you had meetings with hundreds of experts before you came up with those recommendations, and our job is to get them passed. The House has a task force in the House that I'm one of the co-chairs of, that's going to be dealing with trying to get those recommendations enacted. We've divided ourselves into essentially four separate task forces. One, the gun safety, the assault weapons ban, the magazine size, and the background checks. But we recognize that we have more than just the gun-specific violence. We need to deal with mental health challenges. We have heard this just in terms of the number of professionals in the nation. About less than a third of the needed professionals to eliminate all the waiting periods and things when people are identified. But we also need general violence prevention, not just gun violence prevention, to reduce the amount of violence. We can make our schools an absolute fortress of security, but then we haven't done anything about the shopping mall, the movie, or other places where they may be endangered. And that's why this has to be a comprehensive approach. The Attorney General has a report that was issued just a couple of days before. The Attorney General has a report that was issued just a couple of days before Newtown, which showed how you can reduce violence in the community, and it was very heavy on mental health and counseling. And it has to be comprehensive, and they use the term evidence-based on just about every page, so that we don't get into funding slogans and sound bites. You recognize that this has been, has to be comprehensive. You haven't dealt just with one agency. You've dealt with Health and Human Services, Homeland Security, Attorney General, and Education to show how comprehensive a response we'll have. So I want to thank you, Mr. Vice President, and look forward to working with you to enact these important measures that will help protect our children.
Well, thank you. Look.